And we are underway in Buffalo. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. A good run there to start the drive. 13 yards, first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Now Lance. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for the Niners.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And, partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the...
And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Gregory Rousseau. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Shotgun now for Lance. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Shaq tops it, making his presence felt on the sack. The 49ers are going to turn over the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. Gonzalez's kick is good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Well, this defense for the Niners, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Allen's throw here taken in by Knox. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
On fourth down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
15-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 41-yard line.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 41. Now a handoff here to his running back. Pushes him over. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Off of play action, here's Lance. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Ed Oliver, that time the one to get in there and bring him down. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They are still in search of their first points in the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a first down. Now a throw here to his running back. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Now left side on the swing pass, and he'll get nothing out of that one. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. On play action, Allen. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And that last throw is going to keep him climbing that all-time passing yards leaderboard as he crosses the 25,000-yard mark now for his career.
He just recently passed Bart Starr. Next up for him, Bob Greasy. That's 2 Hall of Famers, 2 Super Bowl winners, multiple Super Bowl winners. So he's getting up with the legends now. Congratulations.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Allen off the play fake. Flush to his right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Javonte Williams, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills are an extra point away from taking the lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're kind of searching for that magic elixir. You know, they're moving the football a little bit, but not with any great consistency.
I love that term you just used, elixir, right?
Old school.
Old school. I love that. Because you don't want to put too much pressure on your defense as well. All right, if you're kicking field goals, that's great. But your defense has to keep going out there and holding the other team. You're not giving them any cushion to work with, and that gets tougher and tougher as the game goes along. Put the ball in the end zone and get 6s. That's the ambrosia that they're looking for.
Ambrosia and trying to erase this deficit. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 7 yards to pick up there.
At the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. Here's Lance. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And a short gain down to about the 33. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
A 3rd field goal in the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing now is Lance. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw taken in by Samuel.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Complete to Deebo Samuel. It's a pickup for 6.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
Flush. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Maurice Hurst able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that'll make this a 6-point game.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Play action. Now it's Allen. Rolling to his right. Looking right sideline. That's complete. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Williams will try again. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. A couple extra tight ends are in. 3rd and goal from the 1. They'll run it with Williams. And this time he is in. Javonte Williams in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bills are an extra point away from taking the lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park where the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
8 yards to go on 2nd down. On play action, Allen. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Allen now looks to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So it would appear they will not be able to add to the... their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
A big play there on the catch and run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. They're losing here in the 3rd quarter, maybe trying to get the ball outside, bust a big play. Obviously didn't work there.
Yeah, and while it didn't work, I really can't fault them for trying it. You and I have talked to the offensive coordinator, and we knew that was the place they wanted to try and go. And sometimes you just have to stick with it because 2-yard gains turn into 20-yard gains as the game goes along.
And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down.
Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down.
Going to throw right side here, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the 49ers have retaken the lead. They're going to try and run. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
Bills 14.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. And this is caught by Williams. And out across midfield down to the 45.
Boy, a lot of moving parts on this play, but what a nice design to leak the running back out to the left and send him down the field. And a good job spotting him and hitting him for a big play.
A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now this throw caught left side. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Allen going to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the 49ers are going to get the football here at their own 23. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
7 at the 26-yard line.
Now a play fake. Lance. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Shaq Thompson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly, because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Lance looking to throw it. And he'll just get rid of it. How good has he been throwing the football, though? And despite that incompletion, that's just the 3rd time he's been off target this entire game.
And Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot, and it chips away at your confidence. And when you're not confident when you're trying to defend, it makes you slower to the football, and it leads to more completions for them.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lance. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
20-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. 40 yards rushing for them now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
From the 27, Allen. Throwing left side, it's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big gain there for the Bills.
Charles, when you talk about free safeties, I think one word comes to mind, range. And we saw an example of a rangy free safety right there.
eluding the pressure right. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. Oh, a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. A big gain there for the Bills.
This defense is definitely reeling a little bit now. Back-to-back big plays given up. And you know that's all defenses talk about. How do you limit that? Instead, they got hit by a 1-2 punch those last couple of plays, and now they've got their backs to the goal line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 6-yard line.
Now Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So now an important conversion attempt here as the Bills line up to go for 2. They'll roll him out right. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play that time on the catch and run. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And now here's a carry heading left. And a short gain down to about the 33. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
To the air, Allen. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man, complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play here for Buffalo. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards. and runs it 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. From the 24, Allen sliding out of the pocket. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off down near the 5 and to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Brings it just past the 15, able to avoid the initial contact, but not much more there on the play. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back. Tell him to take care of the ball and try.
They got his man complete. Touchdown. A big play there. 83 yards. And the 49ers are closing in on a third straight victory to start the campaign. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14.
Niners 36. Bills 20.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Niners are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for San Francisco, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll return home next week to take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1.